bringing my own insight in terms of what has occurred, especially in 2022, especially social with Theta Network, all the partnerships, all the NFTs, as well as all the updates. Currently, I do believe it's going to be the next stepping stone. I believe these last 3 quarters have been like type of experiments, you can say, quote unquote, just to see how things are going to definitely be turning out. Because if you haven't really noticed yet, there of course hasn't been that big of an update. We do have mainnet 4 occurring later this year of 2022 in December, along with ThetaCon. But when you come to think about all the current updates, that they really are testing waters, the DRM, the digital rights management, especially associated with Dionne Warwick, other NFTs like Naomi Trader, and really looking forward to how these future partnerships, especially when it comes to education, as well as adopting young Hollywood, so that more individuals can be more a part of Theta Network. But we'll definitely dive into that. And also, before diving into the actual video itself, I'll probably be slowing down in terms of all the updates of these videos, because I will be running the Chicago Marathon in October of 2022. So really looking forward to that. And I really have to train. I haven't really been training that much. I did run the half marathon in July. I got injured, so I had more downtime to make videos, but now I really gotta pick it up. So in case you don't see the daily posts that I really do make as much as I can as often, that's the reason why I'll probably be behind a few days. But I definitely need a little break in terms of making videos. I was able to get monetized, so that was the goal before the end of the year, but now I definitely feel like I need a little break, and then after the marathon I'll definitely pick things up again. But now let's dive into the rest of this video. What up, Theta homies? It is your boy, Justin Vassetti, back again with another Theta Token video, another Theta Token update. Just a friendly reminder, if you're new to the channel, trying to find as much Theta news, updates, NFTs, or any kind of Theta partnerships, definitely please hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely check out all the links down below in the description for all the links I post in this video, along with my Theta wallet address. So now diving on to today's video, like I said in the intro, we're really going to dive into those stepping stones that have occurred so far in 2022. A little majority, I feel like, has occurred in Q3 of 2022, in terms of partnerships, updates, as well as all the Theta Network that's all occurring. So let's dive on to Twitter, of course, like we normally do, and then we'll start from there and then go on to each little type of highlight that I do believe really impacted for the upcoming update in Metachain of Q4 of 2022. So going on Twitter, like I said, we're going to see that Andrea tweeted, "She couldn't be more excited. I have known young Hollywood for a majority of my career. Having RJ on as an advisor to Theta is huge. He is a legend in online media." Going on to Mitch Lou's own tweet, seeing that welcome RJ and young Hollywood to the future of Web3 entertainment powered by Theta Metachain. I did make a video on this on young Hollywood because I was a little more skeptical because of the amount of followers they have. They are verified and they do have a lot of followers on YouTube and on Twitter, but there has been a little sketchy in terms of the posts that they currently make along with their videos. They may have X amount of videos, or X subscribers and followers, but when you come to looking at their tweets and their YouTube channel, not a lot of views in comparison to the amount that you would think they would have based on their subscribers as well as their followers. But definitely going on to his own, diving into more details about RJ, going onto his LinkedIn profile, we're going to see here's the CEO and founder of Young Hollywood, RJ Williams. A little more definitions about himself, a little more about his bio. He is the founder and CEO of Young Hollywood. He started the company in 2007, and now Young Hollywood is one of the world's leading next generation media companies serving millennials. In addition to financing, producing, and distributing over 500 hours of original celebrity and lifestyle programming annually, we own and operate several leading entertainment digital platforms, a 24/7 network that reaches over 120 million homes, and licensed the Young Hollywood trademark internationally for a range of consumer products and services. So having this type of partnership really does make sense now that I read more about his bio. Having that 24/7 network makes sense, having that Theta partnership, so that everything runs smoothly, so there is no lag, delay, and everyone is going to get rewarded for being a partner with Theta Network. So that type of ecosystem definitely makes sense, and why this partnership makes more sense. Hopefully he'll possibly be a speaker in ThetaCon of 2022, a little surprise guest. I'm really looking forward for the more official guest list, so I can really dive into that, so I can explain and digest into more these type of guests and who they are and how they're going to impact Theta Network. But until that list is released, we're definitely going to dive into the rest of this video. Another individual that I did highlight before in a previous highlighted video, seeing that it was Mark E. Deschaine. It says that he is an absolute honor to work with Theta Network. He looks forward to working on sharing initiatives to support learners of all ages and abilities. When you hover over his type of platform, seeing the Associate Professor, Department of Leadership and counselor education. Posts do not reflect nor speak for Ole Miss. They are educational purposes only. So really looking forward to how this individual is going to purposely educate those who are misinformed or actually understand the whole platform altogether, and gathering more community members and seeing what their take is and how he can inform everyone. So really looking forward to seeing how that's going to be incorporated. Of course, I like to stay on this neutral type of topic just to see where people kind of go. I always try to put my own input. People may disagree, people may agree. That's okay. That's just what these videos are for. These most of the time I try to post it. Of course, everything I do want to make around Theta Network, I would like to make it positive, but I also have to put my own thoughts in as a consumer investor as well as an NFT holder. So these are just my thoughts, and maybe some of these individuals who are part of the project are watching these videos. I know that Matreshka, also known as Theta T, they are watching my videos because I did have their own podcast also with Wes Sherwin. Really did appreciate being on his podcast. Thank you guys so much if you do watch these videos. Shout out to you guys as well as all the other type of creators who have reached and DM me about any of their projects. Really do appreciate it, guys, but we'll definitely dive into that on a future video. I really want to dive into the ones that we currently have so that this video is informative. Going a little more part of the skeptical part, these are going to be on Theta Drop for the most of this video, seeing that there are a lot of releases on Theta Drop, seeing all these different type of NFT projects, and I really do want to highlight a couple, but as you can tell, there's so many projects on here. Yes, they do have a pretty big platform, as you can tell. Fail Army, we also had Price is Right, we also have Las Vegas, American Idol, Idol Philippines, as well as any other of these, Amara La Negra, I believe was her name, on Fuse TV, and we also have streamers on Theta TV themselves having their own NFTs. Of course, Katy Perry was our type of trademark NFT type of celebrity on Theta Drop, but of course we know where that currently is at, especially if you're an NFT holder or you've been following my channel or following Theta Network for quite some time now. As well as Secret Pineapple Society, a little bit of a letdown, but fingers crossed, because on Theta Network's website they are there, so hopefully there's going to be some more updates very soon. But as you can tell, the community is not too happy in terms of where the project is currently. But as you can tell, we have reached the bottom of this type of Theta Drop, their creators. So as you can tell, these are more of the Theta TV streamers from what I believe, and we're really going to dive into a couple more that are highlighted that I do want to say that made a pretty positive impact, especially in 2022. So going on to the marketplace, well, maybe I started off with the bad. So going off with the Knight Commanders and the Pittsburgh Knights, their NFTs are more, in my opinion, are just more like tickets for lottery giveaways, is basically what it seems like. In a way, it's nice and good. Yes, I do like gaming. Yes, the NFTs are pretty creative. I really do like the imagery, but at the same time, I was hoping for a little bit more utility, or at least having more type of giveaways for those who are holding it. I do believe there's always going to be, or based on the recent drops, I should say, I'm sure there's going to be constant future updates, but the ones that have recently dropped have only been maybe a couple tickets, maybe a couple games. Of course, with Wiz Khalifa was pretty cool, like a little bit Rocket League with him. But these type of NFTs, if people who get them, this type of lottery system giveaway, but can't go, then it's going to be a waste, especially if they try to resell for X amount of price, but then it's too expensive. Then it's basically a lost cause for the NFT. Yeah, it's kind of cool to have. Maybe you can say, oh, look, I won this giveaway, but I wasn't able to use it. So basically, it's like a waste. It's basically having a lottery ticket that you just can't do anything with it. So you can't even redeem it, because otherwise you have to fly to certain areas. I think the most recent one's going to be like a Halo event, I think in Florida. There was another Pittsburgh event. I believe that was another, I think that was a Wiz Khalifa concert. There was some sort of announcement. There was a Zippo lighter. That was pretty cool, at least that was shipped to you. But at the same time, you got to think about it, that there's these NFTs, there's a lot of them. They're about maybe 1,200, maybe 500, so total closer to 2,000 NFTs. And if you don't have these combinations, and it looks like when I'm looking at it, they are the more expensive ones, so they do have a lot of type of details, and they're pretty pricey. So if you're willing to pay for that, but at the same time you still have to pay for all these expenses that are associated with the actual event itself, it's definitely, in my opinion, not worth it. Unless you're rolling with it, then go for it. But if you can afford it, all power to you. But if you can't, it's kind of stuck in probably reselling, and most likely people don't want to buy it if are not really big into it. So the gaming situation. So that's just my hot take on this type of project. And going on to another one, what I'll see here is also the one I really do like was the Diane Warwick. I do believe this is going to be a huge stepping stone, especially with DRM, especially with Sony releasing some NFTs. They did not announce if it was going to be on Theta Drop. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping it is, just because we know Sony is associated with Theta Network already. But as you can tell, if you have not checked it out, these NFTs NFTs that Dion work, they do have the Theta jukebox, so it is associated with the DRM. So if you own this NFT already, you are guided into her website, and then you can see the music video that's only released if you're able to hold it, or I'm sure maybe if someone released it somewhere else, I'm sure maybe by now. But as you can tell, here's her music. There's different kind of songs too, so it's kind of cool to having these different type of musicians, but at the same time you do have someone interviews, knowing about herself, a little bit of a gallery, and also a little bit of bio of who she is. So I do believe this will be a stepping stone. This is just my hot take. Of course, this whole video is my hot take on what is good and bad. Definitely put your comments down below if you agree with me, disagree with me. A lot of people on Twitter I'm noticing, yes, like Theta, I do believe in the project, but at the same time you gotta be a little realistic. You can't just be on this whole hopium type of train, but at the same time you're also communicating to other people, other investors, people who also have family, kids. What I did a poll recently in 2022. It seems like most investors in Theta are 30 plus years old, so either you are about to start a family or you already have a family. So we definitely have to be more responsible, especially when you're associating with people. Like, you can't just constantly be hoping. You got to be realistic in terms of this, especially when you have a certain platform, especially when you have certain followers on Twitter. That is, I do believe, a responsibility for a lot of people who don't necessarily take into account. So definitely do your own research, especially if you are investing your own income, especially if you're a little older, because I do feel like time, is going to be something you may never get back. So that's the biggest asset I always believe in. So please definitely do your research, definitely play it safe, or be responsible with your own income when you're especially investing in NFTs or any kind of cryptocurrency. That's just my hot take too, guys. Definitely want you guys to be successful. That's the whole point of my channel, so you can stay informed. But going on to another thing that I do really like, I guess another project is also really cool, is Rob Feldman. I'm not a big comic person, but that is what the whole premise from my understanding. I do have a couple of his NFTs, but I just feel like it's just not my personal thing, what I have learned throughout this year. There are a lot of NFTs, so definitely do your own research. What really piques your interest, the one that has a strong community. Theta altogether has a strong community in terms of their projects, is what I've noticed, but really try to find something that piques your interest. That's why I kind of have a couple on my board already. As you can tell, I'm a big gamer, so that's why I have Pittsburgh Knights. Secret Pineapple Society was the biggest one at the current time when I bought these type of portraits, these canvases. I did get this. It was really cool when I got this one, the Theta Pugs, back when it was a new NFT type of thing, Passaways in Order of the Tigons. So these two over here, as you can tell, Wolbies are currently, they are in the making, I believe, of staking. Also, Order of the Tigons is on Sandbox, and then Passaways have been releasing a lot of airdrops for the Doom tokens. So really, hopefully, these are hopefully going to be associated with the type of crypto, the TNT20 token. But as you can tell, this is what my hot take is, especially. It's going to be a little bit, I want to say, maybe not in the most organized type of manner, but at the same time, trying to present you guys that there's a lot going on with the network. Yes, we see that, but always also be responsible in terms of investing, especially when you're investing any money on Theta, T-Fuel, NFTs, or anything like that. That's what I try to help out you guys with as much as possible. Definitely please comment down below anything that you guys want me to cover in the near future, any NFTs, projects, any new partnerships, any new individuals that are associated with Theta, any new big companies that are associated with Theta. Usually there's a big Medium article, and then I'll be able to read that to you guys how I normally do. I'm really trying to be a little more creative on these videos as the channel grows, so definitely comment down below what you guys think about the channel so far, but really looking forward to spreading as much Theta news as possible. Like I said, I will be doing the Chicago Marathon. I'll probably be focusing on that a little more so that I'll have a decent time. I'm trying to beat my time of 4 hours and 19 minutes, so I believe I can do it. Fingers crossed. But if you're an OG viewer and subscriber, thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. If you're a new subscriber and trying to find as much Theta news, updates, NFTs, or any kind of Theta partnerships, definitely please hit that like and subscribe button. Definitely check out all the links down below in the description for all the links I post in this video, along with my Theta wallet address for any kind of Theta, T-Fuel, or TNT20 donations. Thank you guys so much again. Really looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. But until then, it's your boy Justin Fassetti, so try to keep up. Alright, deuces.